Stars, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jessica Capella here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And if you have been watching some of my content, or all of my content, I should say, if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do this channel a favor. Join the Capella family and hit the subscribe button. Also, go ahead and hit the notification bell if you haven't, whether you're subscribed or not, so that you know when I am posting new content and you're kept up to date with what you really need to know from spirit in whatever capacity, okay? And for those of you who are my Capella members, thank you so much for being part of my intimate family, for your love, your loyalty, your support. You guys really help me to kind of stay in this, because you all know how difficult it's been for me to push and keep going. But anyway, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is, this is called automatic writing. I write down what messages my guides are telling me to write. I channel the messages from a particular divine masculine collective, and I write it out. I don't do cards. I don't do just, I mean, I can channel verbally, but I do it by writing, because what happens is, the divine masculines, my angels, my guides, everyone starts fighting over my pen, and they're just writing for me. Okay, this is a letter coming from your divine masculine. Now, I'm channeling a particular divine masculine collective, all right? This is one of my gifts that I am able to do, and my guides have asked me to channel messages from the divine masculine in this manner. So to keep in mind, again, this is a collective letter. This is not a personal letter from your masculine to you. All right. If you would like your own personal letter, it's done just like this, but I incorporate more cards at the end. We go into more specifics from your masculine. If you're interested in your own personal letter from your masculine to you, there's a link in the description box below to book that service, okay? If you go to capellawellness.com, it is in the Capella service suite underneath the personalized reading section. There is also another automatic writing reading that includes a letter from me, your masculine to you, and your response to your masculine. In the same session, they write a letter to you, you write a letter to them, okay? And that's a separate one. That's a light counterpart automatic reading, okay? And then, again, it's done with automatic writing, and I pull cards at the end, all right, to see what else we need to know and to see if their spirit is confirming what was written down, all right? So that being said, what I highly recommend that you do, as I am writing this, I'm going to get to center. I'm going to ask permission from the Divine Masculine Collective. I'm going to talk to my guys. I'm going to talk to the masculines. I'm going to pull some stuff from them, and then I'm going to start writing. While I am meditating and getting to center, I highly recommend that you meditate with me as well, to see if you are pulling in any messages from your masculine or from your guides pertaining to your counterpart, okay? Because it may very well end up showing up in the letter, all right? Now, I know some of you are just going to skip ahead, but you know what? I can't tell you what to do. That's your prerogative. But the meditating on this is going to be completely helpful. That way it helps you to better connect with your masculine, to connect in this reading, all right? Patience is a virtue here. Being at peace and being calibrated is important as I am conducting this reading, okay, as I'm writing this letter. At the end, I will read to you what was written. After that, I will channel names, places, cars, planes, automobiles. I don't know why they said that. Additional messages, last names, first names, specific things that may pertain to you, okay? Just to give a little bit more of confirmation on certain things for some of you guys. And after that, I'm going to pull message cards that I have written on my own decks that my masculine has told me to write, and some other message decks from other creators, okay? So let's get into this. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to connect with the Divine Masculine Collective I'm channeling for, and then I will start writing, and then I will read the letter to you. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay. I love writing these things. Okay, guys. It's a very heartfelt message. It kind of starts off a little bit tough, but this masculine collective is really getting over some struggles here, and it's part of their journey. It's part of their process. The masculine journey is more difficult than the feminine. It's meant that way so that the feminine gets in her power so much so to assist this masculine from afar, from an energetic standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, okay? So we're going to go read through this, okay? So your masculine saying to you, my dear feminine, I'm so sorry I continue to disappoint you. I truly am. I've been in a whirlwind lately and have been trying to stabilize my thoughts as of late. I had all these plans for us for Christmas, but God, as always, had other plans for me. Please know I had every intention of doing something special for you, as I had said in my last letter, but it appears I wasn't ready yet. I was also being heavily tested and am still being heavily tested right now as I write this. I know this has been difficult. It's been tough. We've been through ups and downs for many years. However, this is only making our love and our bond stronger. It's preparing us for a permanent union, which is so damn close. I can taste it, and it makes me want to taste you. I will say, love, that you have truly kept me afloat through all of this. You have been such an incredibly huge inspiration to me, just like how Chris Cornell sings his rendition of Led Zeppelin's Thank You. I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. You have been loyal, kind, patient, and committed to this, to us, to God. I am so proud of you, Angel, for how far you've come. You are radiating way more luminous light than when I met you. It's incredibly brighter than I've ever seen, which helps me to shine brighter too. This love I have for you is immense and is also immeasurable. It definitely withstands the test of time and can endure any storm. Just know I'm finalizing things before I come forward. The number 7 has been following me, and it has been helping me to believe in miracles, to believe in the impossible. You are my miracle, my godsend, my muse, my rock, my beacon of light, faith and hope, my everything. Even though we aren't together, I see you in everyone and everywhere I go. I smell you, taste you, hear you. Sometimes I can even touch you. I miss the touch and smell of your hair. I miss your forehead kisses and the way you used to run your fingers through my hair. I miss everything about you, so much so it's killing me. I really need to see you. I can't wait any longer. I am really trying to stop oscillating between reaching out to you and holding back. It has been a poor habit of mine that I'm trying so incredibly hard to break, but I am getting there. I am making progress. I am staying as optimistic as possible and asking God for incredible strength and courage to come forward. I just need you to keep your light on, beautiful. It has been helping me more than you know. I have been working on some things, some surprises for you and for us. I want things to be perfect for you because you deserve all that is wonderful in this world. Keep doing what you're doing. You are helping way more people than you realize. I'll see you soon. Best believe you will. Okay, yeah, I'll see you soon. Best believe you will. And he underlined it. Our union is very imminent. I love you so damn much. Me with the cross. Wow. I am getting with that cross in the signature. This masculine collective is really embracing more of this Christ consciousness. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put my incense on. So, I kind of also sense that some of you may have rolled your eyes or kind of like, I'm so, because he started off with, I'm so sorry that I continue to disappoint you. And I know it's tough, feminines, because a lot of you have been in this journey for a long time. The number 7 is here. It could have been 7 or more years, all right? But look, you know, if you really, really understand the purpose of this connection, and if you are able to be that intuitive and that psychic to know what your masculine is going through, sometimes we know a lot, sometimes we don't know everything, right? We're not supposed to be revealed, we're not supposed to be told everything about what the masculine's going through, but these letters are intended to help the feminine to better understand where they are coming from, what they're dealing with, to have more compassion, right? That is part of the divine quality of a divine feminine Christ, to have compassion, to be understanding. All right, because these masculines are dealing with some straight from the Piscean age. This is not easy for masculines to break away from that type of lifestyle, that type of way of living. Okay, so this masculine is trying to get you to understand that they are working very hard on things, that God is in this. So this masculine collective is working with God. They are, like my sign says, but first pray. They are connected to God, and they are just continuing to allow them to keep their eyes on God, to move forward through this and to go through their struggles. Because, as you know, feminines, those of you who have progressed even further than the masculine, it is a big thing to overcome your 3D self and be more in the world, the more of the world instead of in it, right? I know for me, over the past month or so, I've elevated, I've ascended even more. And when the further you pull away from like family in the 3D world, the more challenging it becomes. And you start to think like, what the heck am I doing? Am I going crazy? Like, why is this so challenging? But that's because you are in earth school. You are a spiritual being in a meat suit, okay? But when you start to realize you're in such a state of peace, divine intelligence, you are operating in a way where shit doesn't get to you, not even your separation from your person. You're really doing your work. So a lot of you, and yes, there are disappointments here and there, I'm not gonna lie, you know, because I telepathically meet with my masculine, and he's told me some things, and I felt all these things, and all these messages come out, everything's confirming everything that I'm feeling and I'm getting from him telepathically. And then it doesn't materialize. It happened to physical, and it's like, you get to that point, and it's human feminine, so don't beat yourself up for that if you get there. But then you got to remember, okay, you know what? Why am I really disappointed? And then you go back to thinking, okay, the masculine's still working on some things, but we've got to keep the light on, like the masculine says, okay? And faith, love, hope, my stones here. It helps us feminines to boost that faith, to boost that love, to boost the confidence in ourselves and in this connection in our masculines too. Because the higher we elevate, the more our masculines elevate to a higher level, right? We're here to get closer to God. We're here to help our masculines get closer to God, right? To be an inspiration to them, not just to them, but to other people too, other feminines, other masculines. It's all a collective effort, guys. This is not just something between you and your person. Because you feminines energetically, you're ultimately responsible for kind of holding the rest of the feminine collective together. We're trying to build each other up, not tear each other down. Because when we do that to ourselves and to the feminine collective, we're actually doing that to the masculine collective. This is not what we're here to do. Okay? So yes, you can be in that disappointment. Yes, you can have like your sad times, right? I know when I came back from vacation, I had like a crying episode because your masculine was talking about how they miss you immensely, right? I know for me, it kind of hit me out of nowhere. And I'm sure I was feeling that for my masculine as well, because for me, I was closer to my masculine when I was in Virginia than I am now, because I moved. I'm about 1,000 miles from him now when I used to be like 42. Okay. And he probably knew that I was closer to him than I am now. But then there was like, now I'm back to being further away. And I kind of felt this energy where he knew that. And it's kind of, we had this crying moment together. Well, we were kind of listening to a song at the same time. And I knew we were, because I can feel it that strongly. And you have to allow yourself to release that feminine and just know that he said that we go through the ups and downs. You guys are still going to have ups and downs when you're in permanent union, guys. You can't go back to being your distorted feminine self from when you started from the get-go with your masculine and the runner chaser thing, and getting triggered and getting all bent out of shape or saddened, or however you react to your masculine's not so divine behavior, and kind of crawl into a hole, right? You're elevating from that. You're ascending from that. Because when permanent union happens, there will be a tendency for one or both of you to kind of regress a little bit, or, you know, you'll be tested still. And God wants you to be ready, fully ready, the both of you. Okay. And this is the time to really step it up, is what I'm hearing. And for the feminine collective to be in a state of peace, in a state of gratitude. Because remember what the masculine said, you're helping more people than you realize because of your light, feminine. This is not just your light beaming so brightly to help your masculine. This is to help the rest of us. Okay, and we are going to need it, especially in 2023. So I'm now going to go channel names, places, objects, whatever, okay? Don't get hung up if you don't see a name. If you don't see anything that resonates with you, it's okay. It may not resonate with you at this time. Keep that in mind, okay? So the same thing, go ahead and meditate or whatever you need to do. So I'm going to start channeling some stuff, all right? So here we go. Okay. I got a lot of stuff. My guide said, Jess, there's way too much. Just stop right here. Okay, so we have Thomas, Bray, Kenny, Alara, Alaria, Angie, Dominic, Kay, Jason, Joy, Kira, Lucas, Stephanie, Walters, Walter, Sarah, Toto, Lucy, Bill, Chris, Cornell, again, San Francisco, Detroit, Michigan, Tim, Ann Arbor, Snow Ride, Blizzard, Icicles, Beaches, Palm Trees, hold on a second. Sparky, Toyota Corolla, Subaru, tacos, margaritas, Valentine's Day, I'm so sorry, belt, airplane ticket on my way, one way or another, one-way ticket. Jeep, red, Range Rover, black, a thing of beauty, horses, starfish, 3 kids, son, daughter, pink glasses or purple glasses, blue eyes, Beauty and the Beast, Disney, Backstreet Boys, boat, cruise, thinking of you, Pringles, Doritos, Starbucks, coffee, Smith, Smith & Wesson, Russia, Spain, Cordova, Italy, and Cordova is in Spain, Italy, Australia, Joe, Scott, Linda, Palmieri, Louis Vuitton, red shoes or red heels, big hands, long hair, brown, sitting on the couch, pearl necklace, ha ha ha. What is that? Handcuffs, whips, and chains. It totally changed up here. Christian Grey, Lola, Heaven, fuzzy socks, green tea, guitar, music. Wrote you a song, I hope you like it. Out there, telescope, stargazing, popsicles, beans and rice. Puerto Rico, I want to leave now. I'll see you soon. Autism, marry me, diamond ring, getaway, bunny, rabbit, eagle, perch, window pane, rain, abundance, cross necklace, rose quartz earrings. There you have it, everybody. Remember, don't get caught up in it's just a lot of that stuff did not resonate with you, okay? So may not resonate with you now. Just keep that in mind. So let's get into Holy Spirit. What do you want me to do? Let's get some other messages. What else does the Holy Spirit want us to know about this Divine Masculine Collective? Please and thank you. What else do you want us to know? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. We have crossroads. We have tribe. Pause. Victim. Winter. We are in winter right now. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's springtime in the southern. Family. Return. Holy shit. This card keeps coming out. If you haven't watched my Divine Masculine check-in, please go watch it. Please go watch the extended because there's another huge message there with regards to this card. If you are a member of mine, this card came out too. This is the 4th time in 2 days in 4 readings. Spirit doesn't play. Refocus. What did I say? I channeled horses. She's on a horse. Somebody's on their way. Okay. There's an order to this. See how this is like the beginning of the letter, guys? Whirlwind of things. We also channeled 3 kids, son, daughter. All right? There's family in here towards the end. Look at the beginning of this. When the masculine was talking about oscillating between, reaching out, holding themselves back, trying to make a decision, right? It's like 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. This is 2 of Wands. The masculines are kind of like, or this could be now or in the past. Take it how it fits in your journey. But there is this energy where they have been like trying to tell themselves, don't allow indecision to keep you from moving forward, right? They talked about making plans. I have been working on some things, some surprises for you and us, right? Having a vision of doing these things. But there's also kind of like, man, do I take that road that I've never been on before? Or do I stay here, right? Either way, no matter what path we take, it's going to lead us to our destiny. So there's this energy of this masculine, like really thinking about, you know, I have to keep going here. I can't just stop here and look at these two doors or look at these two paths, wondering which one I'm going to take. The masculine really having to really trust their intuition here with regards to the direction they're going to head towards. This is also about partnerships, because I'm looking strongly at this as a Two of Wands. And what I'm getting is that also with this tribe card here, they have found a soul tribe. I talked about them being closer to God, which also is telling me they've got other people. Look, there's 3 elephants, and I channeled 3 kids. Now, it doesn't have to be 3 kids. It could be 3, like, soul sisters, soul brothers, or a combination of the 3 or something. Their soul tribe, their angels, their ancestors, friends that support them, have been helping them to get out of this energy. Because with the crossroads, you have an idea of what you need to do. You just need to take action on it. Stepping out of your comfort zone. So they have a tribe of people, their ancestors, their guides, their angels, God, supporting them through this to help them to make that decision and to take action on it. Pausing, right? Stopping right there, because I said they talked about at the beginning, they had plans and something got in the way. I look at this pause as the Hanged Man. This could also be with this tribe helping them to make that decision, to help them to just choose that path less traveled, to help them step out of their comfort zone. There has been another indication where I'm getting family too may have been keeping them stuck. Family obligations, family responsibilities, okay? Because some of the masculines do have kids of their own. There also could be some other family obligations that they need to take care of first. All right? But there's another energy here where their soul tribe could have very well come in to tell them to take a break here, right? Because at the beginning they talk about God intervened. God had other plans for me. And now this is also a revision of those plans with this crossroads. Their tribe has been telling them, hold up, masculines, there's something else you got to tweak. There's something else you got to reevaluate here. One moment, please, is what I just heard. Okay? And again, there's something here about family obligations that was also kind of stopping them for a moment to pause and reflect on something, reevaluate the plan, reevaluate something is towards their vision, whatever it is they were wanting to do. Okay. This could also be with regards to, oh, wait, I'm about to do something, but what if I go back to being who I was? What if I end up falling back into a victim? What if I'm being victimized again when I step out of my comfort zone, when I make that decision to take action on something, to follow through with my plans? Right? There's something of the past coming back to this masculine with that victim energy, right? I've been caught in a whirlwind lately. I've been trying to stabilize thoughts as of late. Stabilize those thoughts of that victim mentality, which stops them in their tracks. This is also being tied to family responsibilities, obligations. There's something about the winter. What's crazy is we channeled. This person could be living in a place where it's cold, right? I mean, I'm in Florida. I'm in winter time. It's getting cooler here too, but there is no snow. There's no icicles. I did channel here. Snow ride, blizzard, icicles, right? That's winter right there. Some of them could be going through some brutal winters, but there's also something here with the winter energy of pause, reflection, reevaluating things. Mars just went direct. It's in its shadow phase. But retrogrades are all about reflection, reevaluating. Mercury's still in retrograde as I do this reading. All right. Winter is a time of pause and reflection, reevaluating. It's getting out of procrastination as well. And look at the ice on this card here. It seems like there's some sort of energy where this masculine collective, every winter that comes along, it has them reevaluate things. It has them reassess their plans. Okay, is what I'm getting. So they have been really pausing to reflect on things, and their soul tribe has been helping them. And again, with this tide being bound here, there's something that they're being bound to by family obligations, family traditions. Okay. There's something that needs to complete in the winter. Winter is about completion. It's hibernation. It's resting. Everything tends to come to a standstill in the winter time. Okay? Even now here in Florida, it's getting colder. Usually we go to the beach in the dead of winter, but it's changing now. Right? And some of the masculines, they're in a place where the winters are harsh right now, and they're probably getting caught up in being snowbound and being isolated. We have sitting on the couch and with this icicle blizzard type of stuff. They're kind of maybe isolated from family, or wishing like they had that family to be with them during the coldness of the winter, during this hibernation period, right? Wintertime really gets us to think a lot. And of course, this ties into the holidays with Christmas and New Year's and things like that. For those in the Northern Hemisphere, that's during the wintertime. So, but it looks like there's this thing of overcoming that victim mentality of wanting to start a family again, because some of them, they came from broken families, and or they had a family of their own that didn't work out. There was a divorce here and there were kids involved. I know, I've been through this. It's not a fun time. And you start to think like if you messed up the family, if you did something wrong, if you screwed up the kids or something. No, that's 3D energy if you think that, whether it's the feminine or masculine energy. So this masculine is really thinking about, it's an ending of a cycle here, especially karmic cycles of being bound, maybe family telling them what to do, the ex-spouse telling them what to do type of thing. I'm not a victim anymore. They're like, I can't keep myself from moving towards where I want to be and what I want to expand on, what I want to explore. And just stay in this pause, this stuck energy, and feel like history is going to repeat itself, right? I need to close this cycle out. There's a karmic cycle, not just with a karmic person. It's a karmic cycle of victimization here. Telling themselves that they're stuck, that they can't move forward. Do not pass go, do not collect $200 type of energy. So there is something completing here during the winter. And the last card is the return card. The winter seasons for them over the years, feminines, have been really getting them to contemplate what is truly valuable in life, and that is family. Having a family with you, having kids with you. That they know this is really what they ultimately want. Especially, when you're kind of isolated, you're kind of, in this hibernation mode, and you're not doing what you usually do in the spring, summer months, or early fall. And you kind of want other people to be around you when that happens. And I just heard that usually in the wintertime, people get more sick, right? So then sometimes if you have extended family and you do other things with family, usually that you don't necessarily get to engage with them because people tend to get more sick during the winter. That's what I just heard. And when that happens, or even maybe when they're sick, right? And family's like, you know what? I can't come to you because I don't want to get sick type of thing, right? Other family members don't go to your house necessarily. Some do, some don't. And this masculine may have been kind of like bound to that, saying, you know what, I don't have anybody to take care of me because I don't have a family of my own. That's what I'm getting for some of this collective. So there's this energy here where they really want to stop procrastinating on wanting what it is that they really want. And that's this. It's Four of Wands, Ten of Cups. Stability, security in the home. Having a family of their own. So they've been doing a lot of contemplating, even though we're going to hit about a 1 month of winter right now, or spring. Realizing, you know, this is what I want. Because we did get Diamond Ring and Marry Me energy when I was channeling. They're wanting to return. This card keeps coming up. This is no freaking joke. And again, the overall refocusing. Going back to the plan that they had. What they were envisioning. This is my whole division, trust the process, because this is a strong Two of Wands energy. Reconnecting with their soul tribe and the people who really support them. And helping them to have that courage to step out of their comfort zone and stop being in this pause state right at the door, right at that fork in the road, when they know what it is that they really want. Again, they've been refocusing their attention on what it is that they're truly needing in life. And that's this. So with this refocus, if you look at this, guys, we start with this and end with this. They're turning their attention again to continuing to go back to execute that plan, to execute taking action so that they can move forward with what it is they've been wanting to do for quite some time. There's also an energy about returning home. Somebody tends to go back home for the winter months. I did get, and what's funny is that I did channel Michigan here, right? Michigan's very cold. Okay, we have Detroit, we have Ann Arbor here. Did I put any other places? San Francisco has been cold too. That was channeled in there, okay? There's something about somebody who tends to return home every winter to see family or to see, you know, loved ones, whatever, friends. They don't want to stay there. Maybe it's a family tradition, okay, during the winter time to get together. And again, it's Christmas and New Year's there. So there's something about every winter when they return, they go back home. They tend to start reevaluating certain things when they're around family at that time. And it helps them to refocus on what it is that they want. Okay? There's grief after this. Like Five of Cups. Look, there's the Spring card. They're turning their attention on moving away from that grief. Winter is a somber season, depending on how you look at it, right? It can be cold, less light, it's darker, right? We feel less energy because there's not that much light from the sun. Vitamin D levels tend to drop if you're not taking a vitamin D supplement. Tends to get us to near depression mode or just a little bit of sadness. But there's the refocus here that they know that they need to turn their attention towards. And again, getting on the horse and going. Wow. There it is. Top of the deck. The Dark Night of the Soul. There. It's right there. The Victim in the Winter card. It's like they return home, they go back home every winter, or like every winter there's a dark period for them, and they're greatly affected by it. And they feel like they're helpless, they're powerless with this victim energy, because it gets them to reevaluate things. It gets them to think, like, why do I keep allowing indecision to keep me from moving forward? Why is it that I keep procrastinating on these plans, on these things that I want to take action on? A lot of this the divine masculine collective went through dark night of the soul during the winter earlier, or they're going through it now. But this was necessary for them to get them to refocus on what really matters, to refocus on executing whatever it is that they're planning. And that has to do with coming towards you. They talked about reaching out to you, right? There's the metamorphosis. What did I say? With the dark night of the soul, changing them, getting them to like, nope, I'm not going to be a victim here. I'm not going to feel powerless or helpless in this situation. I'm not going to let family dictate my life. I'm not going to let, whatever happened when every time I go back home and something, triggers me. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. He's been purging. He's been releasing some serious dark energy here. And it's been changing the masculine collective. That butterfly transformation death card here. This is death card energy. When you go through that dark night of the soul and you go to the deep, dark places of yourself and you have that come to light, you transmute that into light and you purge out what is not serving you, and it changes you. It helps you to put more fluid in those wings as you're going through that metamorphosis here. Helps you to change your mindset about things. Wow, that's pretty big right there. That's pretty big right there. All right, what else do we want to know? What else, Holy Spirit, do you want us to know about this divine masculine collective? Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadians, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. What else would you like for the feminines to know about the divine masculines at this time? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Look at the way it landed. Right by the victim card. Know thyself, Socrates. This is hermit energy, third eye chakra. I almost wore a Mizanite today. Knowing who they are. Knowing what triggers them. Knowing what gets them to feel powerless and helpless. Winter time is a time of self-reflection, right? We tend to like hunker down and start really thinking about things, especially with these retrogrades. And there's the solar plexus, the life force energy, the confidence, the fearlessness, to not be afraid of knowing what it is that you really need, what you want in life, and not being afraid of who you really are. And what causes you to be triggered, what causes you to procrastinate, what causes you to be at a crossroads that prevents you from stepping out of your comfort zone and moving forward with certain things. That I'm getting that like this, there could very well be for some of you, your masculine is returning to you during the winter season. They're refocusing their attention on like, I gotta stop procrastinating and letting indecision keep me from returning, from coming back to the feminine. Right? Knowledge is power. They know that it's time to come back to the feminine. And there's this fearless energy that's now creeping in, even though it is wintertime. They're jumping off the cliff. It's the leap of faith here. This is full energy for me with regards to following your heart, like I talked about. Knowing what it is that is right for you and being fearless and going after it. hell, I'm going to just jump off this cliff. I'm not going to go listen to family and friends anymore, knowing that what I need to be doing for myself is what's going to make me happy. I'm not going to be worried about the future, the unknown, again, because there's this victim energy that's kind of creeping back in here of what's happened in the past, which has been keeping them stuck at the pause, right? The crossroads there. I need to open up my third eye and see with my mind's eye and trust in what I'm seeing with that eye, not with the human eyes. Because some of your masculines are super intuitive and super psychic here. Intuition, the higher self. Their higher selves have been telling them, hey, masculines, just go ahead and be fearless and jump in and do it. You want to return to the feminine. You've been letting yourself just stay there when you know what path to take. You know what you're destined for. You know what it is that you need to do. You just got to jump in and be fearless. Get in that water. Don't worry what's at the bottom is what I just heard. And here's the sacral chakra. The second chakra. This is creating. When I send Muse, when I channel Muse, that's the energy right there. This masculine collective is starting to tap into more of their feminine energy. This is creativity, right? It helps to bring more balance to the distorted masculine energy of not taking action when they know they need to take action. This is also tied into intuition. Also tied into creating a plan or formulating a plan that's more creative in nature, that there's not a lot of logic put into this when they come back to the feminine. They're trusting more in their creative abilities to get over this hump here of staying stuck, of not doing anything. What I'm also getting is, okay, now I'm hearing it. Vivaldi's Winter is coming up from the Four Seasons. There are some masculines here who are tapping into their musical abilities to help boost their confidence in their inner knowing, because a lot of them know what's coming. They're very psychic, they're very intuitive. So there's something here about either listening to Vivaldi's Four Seasons or the Winter, or tapping into more of their, like, again, with the resting, with the hibernation, with taking better care of themselves. But there's something here about creativity and music that is helping them along. They feel more at peace when they're in a creative nature, not solely focusing so much on the logic and over planning of things. Some of them could even be painting, drawing, doing something with their hands. I channeled big hands in the messages here. There's another sacral. Desire. We talked about the when the masculine channeled in the letter, how they can taste union coming, but they want to taste you. There's also the whips and the chains and the handcuffs and stuff, right? The pearl necklace, which, some of us know what that means, instead of an actual pearl necklace. They have a strong passion for you. And what's happening is that it's actually, this desire is fueling them to come forward. It's also this, they're utilizing the strong sexual energy towards you to create, to be creative and come to you in a way that is different than they've approached you with before. Because some of them, they approached you with just strong sexual energy, and it was like, no, well, masculine, you're kind of going back towards the lustful ways again type of thing, being driven by sex only and desire, instead of transmuting that into the light, transmuting it into creativity, right? It helps to suppress those very strong sexual energies, and to not be solely driven by the lust, by the desire. It helps to fuel, but then what they're doing is that they're transmuting that into this creative energy, and it's helping them to heal that more of that distorted masculine energy and tap more into the divine feminine side. Okay, so we have that there. Excuse me. Let me go pull one of these message decks to see what else they want to say to you, or if they want to confirm something. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What else would the masculine collective like to say to their feminine? I wish I had told you how much you really meant to me. Yeah. They sometimes beat themselves up for that, for not telling you ahead of time. I just want you to be happy. They know they were struggling with stuff, okay? And you guys had to go your separate ways. It's like that journey song. So that you can ascend, so you can elevate. So that the feminine can find her happiness without the masculine can do the same. Again, because the masculine is now finding things that make them happy with regards to creating things. But here's the thing. If they would have told you how much they meant to you beforehand, you guys wouldn't have learned all your lessons. That's what I'm hearing. Some of the feminines would have still relied their happiness on their masculine if their masculine would have told them early on in the connection how much they cared, or how much they really wanted them around, or how they felt about you. Right? They really wanted to tell you, look, feminine, I'm not ready. I've got issues here. So I'm letting you go. I have to treat you like this. Or I have to be like this because I want you to be happy. They sacrificed their happiness for you, feminine, because they knew what they were doing. Again, at the beginning, I'm sorry I keep disappointing you at the beginning of the letter. Because they ultimately want you to be happy. Feminines, they don't want you to be caught up in all the crazy stuff, their whirlwind stuff that they're dealing with. You have to let them clear that out. You have to let them follow their own journey. You have to let them clear their own karma. And you have to do the same thing too. You cannot rely your happiness on your masculine. That's not part of this journey. Defeats the purpose. So, and I'm saying this now because I know if my masculine would have said something from the get-go, I would definitely not be where I'm at right now. Period. When you learn to be happy with very little, to be happy on your own, without your masculine, without the job, without the salary, you've got it made and you've learned your lessons. And then God says, okay, you know what is really of value to you now? I'm going to bless you with even more than what you've lost. And that includes when you lose the masculine, he comes back bigger, better, brighter than before. He comes back as a true divine masculine Christ. And then that happiness will be augmented, right? I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. I don't like these words. I do not believe in too late. There's a song by 3 Days Grace called Never Too Late. It's never too late to do anything because God always has a time and a place for everything for each and every one of us. But this is what's also kind of getting the masculine caught up in this. Because he said it's been years. But the masculines that are watching this, you need to listen to what I'm saying. Listen to that song by 3 Days Grace, Never Too Late. You have to understand that God is working with you, and he wants you to get this out of your head, because some of you are also at this crossroads. You're taking the pause because it's like, if I do this, am I going to be too late? Did God tell you you are too late? And God's already telling me no, masculines. Did God specifically tell you you're too late? Maybe family, friends, other people are telling you it's too late, masculine. Your ship has sailed. You need to listen to God. You may even be, maybe some of the feminines are telling you it's too late. The feminine is not God. You listen to what God is telling you. And I highly doubt, because I'm being told by God right now that God did not tell any masculine here that you are too late. But God wants you to trust in what it is that you want to do, to trust in how when you return to the feminine that it's not too late, because he needed to work on you quite a bit. There's faith in this. There's trust. And a feminine who says they're too late, there's a patience issue that you still need to work on. Because again, everything happens in divine timing. It's when God says go. It's when God says you are ready for union. It's when God says now is the time for the masculine to come forward. And yes, the masculines have been hesitating. They've been procrastinating. There's been this slight fear, but we got the fearless card. Because I said, the masculines know that it's not too late. Everybody deserves second chances. It's up to the person if they blow the second chance. But here's the thing. God gives us second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. We are children of God. And if God has ordained this connection, I'm pretty sure some of the feminines have given the masculines quite a few opportunities, but they weren't ready for those opportunities yet. And it was also a test for the feminine to see how patient she will be. Okay? You're the only person who truly gets me. Yep. Top of the deck. There are still so many unsaid things between us. Yeah. Part of that is I wish I would have told you how much you meant to me. It's all part of the journey. It's all part of the process. To help them have that fearlessness, to just say what's on their mind, to trust in what they know about you, feminine, about this connection. There is a lot that they have to say, which is why they're really starting to like refocus and say, I need to go back to the feminine because there's unfinished business here. There's so many things that we haven't talked about, and I cannot just leave it out in the ether, right? Taking the leap of faith. I just got to jump in and do it because we there's things that we need to clear up. I'm still trying to find myself. This is also part of what the masculine wants to tell the feminine. I still need to know myself. Who I really am, not who my family wanted me to be, not who my ex-spouse wanted me to be, knowing who I really am. Be you, be who you are. I'm going to pull a shadow card from my deck. Okay. What is the masculine struggling with right now? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. What's making them take this pause? How about that? They wanted me to ask that question. What is making the masculines take this pause? Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm not ghosting you. I'm dealing with some things right now. Well, I channeled that. I told you. Oh, that was the Christmas letter. I've been on a whirlwind lately and have been trying to stabilize my thoughts as of late. God had other plans. Right? I wasn't ready. They're being tested. Okay? There's also something with the weather here. They're dealing with some things, feminines. And some of them has to deal with family. Okay? I said this, we have to let the masculines deal with this stuff on their own. That is on them. We just got to keep the light on. Bottom of the deck, I'm fearful of being abandoned or rejected. There we go. They're realizing, but they know they need to refocus on what it is that they really want. They know what they want, and that's you, feminine. The return card keeps showing up. I'm divorced and really don't want to ever get married again. See, I talked about victimization. There's something with the ex-spouse, family, childhood wounds, right? Being bound and tied, like somebody trying to control them. Some of them had a very rough divorce. I don't blame them. They were victimized by that marriage. For those who were married. And that's why they want the family with you. They want the marriage with you. That's what has been hanging them up. They're like, is this going to happen to me again? When they know that it won't. So masculines, you're watching this. You've got to trust in your intuition. You know that a true divine feminine Christ is not going to play you for a fool. They're not going to put you into victim mode and tie you up and bind you and gag you unless there's something else going on. I cannot reach out to you, communicate with you right now. I'm dealing with something important, something major. I told you. Family. There's something with the family here. A family member. Okay. Get this other one real quick. They're trying to refocus, but look at the end of the letter here. You are really helping them to get back into gear, to help them to get back on the horse, to help them to refocus. Let the masculine deal with this, feminines. They're really trying to muster up that courage to move forward, to return to you. What else can you tell us about this masculine? What else they want to say? Oh, I don't know. That card was already upright. I choose you. That was part of the decision has been made in my Divine Masculine check-in reading. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that reading. I have loved you all along, and I miss you. Been far away for far too long. See, some of these masculines, you've been in this connection for a long time, and they know it's been a while. Okay, the number 7 here, 7 or more years for some of you. This is the Faraway Song by Nickelback. This may be significant for somebody. I really wish I had told you how much you meant to me. This is part of what they wanted to tell you. So many things left unsaid. I loved you the entire time, feminine. And it's really kind of like eating them up inside, right? They're not ghosting you. They're just trying to process this. But they talked about they missed you a lot, right? You've been far away. Maybe you were literally far away. I talked about that with my own story. I used to live 42 minutes from my masculine. Now I'm 16 and a half hours away. I'm literally far away. Some of you could very well be very far away, or now you're more further away from your masculine than you were. But remember, you cannot worry about that. Or some of you are going to have to move away further from your masculines. You cannot worry, because it's part of the process. You've got to trust. I don't think it's going to focus. But they choose you, see? They said it. I missed you. Where does it say that? I know I read it. I'm staying as optimistic as possible and asking God for incredible strength and courage to come forward. I just need you to keep your light on. Beautiful. Okay. Sometimes I can even touch you. I miss the touch and the smell of your hair. I miss your forehead kisses and the way you used to rub your fingers through my hair. I miss everything about you, so much so it's killing me. I really need to see you. I can't take it any longer, right? It's because they've loved you for all those years, feminines, but it's been a hard thing for them to express. It's been hard for them to tell you how much you've meant to them. And the masculines here, this is helping them to express how they feel, feminines. This is why I do this for the masculine collective. Because they draft up these letters, they could very well be journaling these types of things, and God only knows. If I'm actually writing down things that they literally have in their own notebooks or their own emails or something, it's helping them to process their emotions. Again, part of that creation, writing songs, writing poems, writing a story to help them because when they get ready to say this, they've written it out. It's helping them to be more fearless, because they've loved you the entire time. They've been too far away from you for too long. There is something about a literal long distance here. And the feminines are being asked to trust their intuition about what their masculine feels for them, even though they haven't said shit. Even though they're not talking to you. I freaking just totally do not like the ghosting term. I wish it did not exist, to be honest with you. I really wish it didn't. When somebody doesn't respond, in most cases, they're dealing with some things. You cannot get triggered by that. You need to hold the space, and you got to see it from their point of view. Get into your center and try to see if God's going to reveal to you what they're going through. I know for me, God has blessed me with the ability and it's like the granting the access for God to reveal to me what my masculine is dealing with. And that is because God knows that I add to my prayers for my masculine to help him with something. That I continue those prayers to help him to deal with those things. Feminine, we are here for that. Prayer is everything. It's the most powerful thing we can do for our masculines. And yeah, realizing it's too late. You're like, I don't know. What does it say? I know it might be too late before I figure things out. Because they've loved you all those years. But again, the feminine's got to keep the light on. And of course, they're dealing with other things that have nothing to do with you, feminine. There's some stuff that has to deal with you and other things that don't. Refocus on trying to deal with these things. Because it could also be something came up with family, and now they have to refocus their attention on that family issue, whatever it is that's going on. There's also tying into, again, refocusing, not focusing on being fearful of being abandoned or rejected. It's being fearless. Bottom of the deck, your commitment to yourself, this connection, your mission, and me are being heavily tested right now. Stay strong and have faith. What did he say? I was also being heavily tested and am being heavily tested right now as I write this. When you're tested, feminine, they are tested. Their commitment is being tested too, to themselves, this connection, their mission, you. And so are you. This is a big test for the feminines right now. Because again, some of you are disappointed because it's like, well, I thought this was going to happen, and or they reached out to you and then they dropped off again. You guys are freaking close. God's testing you really heavily right now, as it says here, to see if you are ready for permanent union. I'm hearing it's like the last hurdle. And there are other things that this masculine's got to clear out before they are ready for you too. They're being tested. You're being tested. He's telling you to stay strong and have faith, feminine. It's not over is what I just heard. There's no such thing as too late. They have chosen you. That card was already in the upright before, like while I was shuffling. They told me to take it out. They do choose you. They've always chosen you. Even when it seemed like they didn't. Okay? We are right there. We're so close to the finish line. What did I say? Our lover bond is not an illusion. What did he say here? I know this has been difficult. It's been tough. We've been through ups and downs for many years. However, this is only making our love and our bond stronger. It's preparing us for our permanent union, which is so damn close. I can taste it, and it makes me want to taste you. Okay? Don't think that when you come into permanent union, divine feminines, because some of you have a huge mission with your masculine. People are going to want to take you down. That's part of what this preparation is. To hold it together. To stay strong no matter what happens. Top of the deck, 11. The 11. 11 is the master teacher number. You guys are going to be master teachers with regards to how you are handling this connection. Okay? There's something about the 11th hour. The masculine returning at the 11th hour. The 11th of the month. 11 is the... It's November. This could have some other significance to you, the number 11, okay? Breaks down to a 2. 2 is partnership, 2 is harmony, 2 is balance. Venus. Maybe somebody has Venus in the 11th house. All right? Venus is the planet of love. It's the divine feminine energy. Patience, pleasure, joy, taking care of self. Moon. Wow. Maybe somebody has Moon and Venus in the 11th house. Or Moon in the 11th, or Venus in the 11th. Oh my God, I gotta check something, because something just hit me. Moon is also the divine feminine. Okay. The 11th zodiac sign is also Aquarius. Am I correct? Yes. This could be Venus in Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius. All right? Take it how it resonates. Go trust your intuition, what you're getting from when I show you these cards. Yes, I actually do have many more questions to ask you. I'm thinking. That's why they're not talking to you yet. They're trying to figure out how to answer your questions, or they're trying to get out of the fear of when they ask you those questions that they will not get triggered, or they're afraid of what your response will be. Okay. All right, guys. There's your reading. Okay. It was a long one, but this needed to come out. So if you're still here, congratulations, feminine. You're definitely on your way to permanent union if you've been patient this long. Okay? You are there. You are in your feminine power. So again, if you would like your own personal letter, your reading for this, because I do pull cards at the end like I do. I don't do like the names and stuff like that because this is your own personal letter. Check out the description box below for that link. If you have any questions about this or automatic writing or anything like that, please let me know. My email's in the description box. If you are, most of you are counterparts, twin flames, like counterparts as I call them. I am having my Twin Flame support group session, the first of the year, on Wednesday, January 18th, in the evening, Eastern Standard Time. I will make an announcement as to when that is. If you are already a member, you will have access to that reading. All memberships that I have on my Capella Wellness membership page at capellawellness.com, most of them, starting with the Sunstar tier, include members only live sessions, and part of those sessions include the Twin Flame support group session, my light counterpart support group session. I'm debating on whether I'm going to have like a separate ticket to access that Twin Flame support group in case you just want to try it out. I might do that. But memberships give you that Twin Flame support group session for free. In a sense, it's included in the benefits. So if you feel like you want to kind of get support in dealing with this, especially if you've been in this for years like I have. If some of you don't already know, I've been in my journey with my masculine for 7.5 years. Okay, that's like the 7-year itch type of thing. It's the magic number. It's the most divine number in all of the Bible. Okay, and it's the most frequented number in the Bible. If you're having a hard time with, the length of time this has been for you, by all means, get a membership where you can join in on the Twin Flame support group. Or if I do have the tickets for that, get a ticket, get a seat. We're here to support each other. All right. This is definitely not easy. It really isn't, guys. I know. But holding that light is responsibility of ours. It's not just for our masculines, it's for everybody, the feminine collective, the masculine collective. So, but just know that thing that's sticking out to me is that I choose you card, because they always have. And they're really mustering up that fearlessness to come back to you. It's kind of like the karmic cycle of, again, being fearful of being abandoned or rejected again is ending in the winter months for some of you. Things are completing this winter. It could very well be in the spring. That's when everything's ready to go and everything restarts for your connection. Okay, that's for some of you. This whole loving you for all this time and missing you so much is really, really pushing them to return. They just gotta, again, have that fearlessness there, dealing with those things. But again, that support group session is really going to help you guys, because some of you may also be missing them a lot too. It's kind of like, when is this going to pick up, or when are things going to change? Okay, but remember this card, and it was channeled in the letter. They're being tested. So are you, heavily. The devil's trying to throw you guys off. Don't let that devil win. Don't give up when you're about to reach the miracle, when you're about to come into union. Don't let the devil get the best of you to where everything just goes by the wayside. The devil wins when you give up, feminine. And when you give up on your masculine, you give up on yourself. You give up on God. God never gives up on us. He never gives up on the masculine either. So why should we? Your commitment to all of this is very, very tested, because it's being superly, heavily tested, because you're so close. You're so close. All right, guys. I do also have light counterpart packages if you want to book certain readings for your journey, for your connection with your person, where you save well over $50 depending on the package. I also have a divine feminine package and a divine masculine package, a plus package and a non-plus package, where there are certain readings tailored for the masculine and for the feminine. And again, you save money with those packages. I do have those on capellawellness.com or in the link in the description box below. If you want to book certain readings to help you with the journey, help you better support the masculine, help you to stay in your feminine power. I also do have individual readings, the divine feminine check-in, the divine masculine check-in, like I've been doing for free on YouTube, but for the collective. I have the letters there. I have the light counterpart connection. There's 3 different levels of those: the 30-minute one, the 45-minute one, the in-depth one, which is the best one to get on your connection. I have plenty of those. If you're interested in these types of twin flame readings, if you go to capellawellness.com, you look at the light counterpart / TF readings category. All of those readings are there. Some of those readings are also underneath the personalized readings category. All right. Again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. Yeah, so I do highly recommend the check-ins personally for every month to kind of help you along, so that you can be doing your stuff and be in alignment and stay on course with your journey to help the masculine. Okay, because this is not easy for anybody, especially for the masculine collective. So you may want to check out the check-in readings for the masculine, for feminine especially, and you can do one for the masculine, but more so for the feminine if you are the feminine in this connection. All right. Okay, guys, thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.